Today's video is going to be for the Lazer Z. It's a 60-inch cut X series, but this applies also to Toro and many other models of Lazer Z. Also, some things might change a little bit different, but on this one, what I did is that I took out the chute right there, and I like to have it completely open and not just throwing it the grass at an angle down. I like to throw it as far as possible to spread it better. Obviously, I still want to be able to cover it, but cover it completely so the other chute doesn't do neither. So it's either partially open or kind of up, and it's a big obstacle sometimes because even when it's open, the piece of the bottom sticks out, and if you want to go through a tight spot, you can't. Here I could go flush against a wall because everything is back. It doesn't have even a little piece sticking out of the other chute. If you have one, you'll know even if you retract it back here, it'll still have a piece popping out. And then to cover it, with the other one, you can't do it if you want to go tight against somewhere, but without shooting grass, because if you're going up against the fence, you don't care going tight and shooting grass at the fence. Again, with the original one, once you put it up, it's a piece of the plastic that comes out like this, so you can't get really tight on the fence. Here you could be, within an inch of the fence and throw it. But in the event also that you want to go up against like the house or something, and you have to come on this side because you can't do it through the other one because maybe to the opposite side of the house there's a pool or something, you don't want to throw grass at it. So this is where this comes in. That they sell some kits, but I made this one myself, welding a couple of brackets here that I could completely cover the chute. Now they sell for $300, ones that has a little arm coming up and you could open and close it, but this works. I mean, for as often as you have to open and close this, which is maybe once in your whole cut or something, it's a lot better than spending $300. So basically, you get a piece of metal. This one was actually about an inch by 1/8 thick, maybe 2.5 inches long, and another piece, same thing, 2.5 inches approximately by an inch by 1/8, and welded this vertical piece to this horizontal one, made a hole on it here, and put it through that part that was already here to hold the original chute. And same thing over here. And just put it tight so that it doesn't flap. And so it wouldn't come loose, those nuts, just put lock nuts, and I doubled it. So that works great right there. Let me do you a little close up so you can see it. So basically, just a vertical piece and a horizontal one welded together here. Then you weld it right here to the cover itself. Make a hole, put it through, and then put a double lock nut, put a washer here and a washer in between so you can pivot easier. Same thing here. And that I probably spend there, not even in parts, not even $20 if you go to buy it. I mean, I happen to have those parts, those scraps here, but other than that, it wouldn't be that much. So one other upgrade that I want to talk about on this video that I love that I did to this machine is having this poison dispenser for ants. So one problem that I have here is in the field is that ants make ant piles. I don't want to have ant piles in the property, so this is the best way. Instead of walking around and try to, especially here, it's several acres. I don't want to walk around doing it. So while I'm cutting the grass, once I come around after I do a line of cut, and I come around to do the next one, I see that there happened to have been a pile there. I could just come like this, sprinkle it on top. Okay. To follow up on what I was saying, so as I'm cutting, all I gotta do is reach right here, go like that, sprinkle on top, and come back and keep on cutting. Because in case somebody's wondering, well, you have a cup holder on this side, why not just keep it on this side? Well, first of all, I want to use that cup holder for my actual cup that, whatever I'm drinking. But also, it will be the inconvenience that whenever I see an ant pile, instead of just being able to do this, because the ant pile will be right there, I have to reach over, all over me, waste more time to do this. So it's more movement unnecessarily when I could just do like that. Now, in case somebody's wondering, well, why not just spray or sprinkle this on the ant pile on your left? Well, that's because if you cut the grass the way that I do, which is not going in right turns, which means that you're throwing the grass into the area of the next row that you're going to do, which means every time it just gets bulkier and you're cutting the grass over and over and thicker, and the machine is going to struggle more, and eventually have a pile towards the center of wherever you cut, a pile of grass. You want to cut grass, at least the way I like it, it's in left turn, so I'm always spreading it outwards, and it's never going to pile up. The field stays clean the whole time, never a pile, which would happen if you do it in right turns because the discharge is here. On top of that, if you're doing it the way that I don't do it, that means that you're not going to see the ant pile because on this side, again, you haven't cut it yet. So it just becomes where, like, if I'm doing it the way that I like to cut, better, to explain it better, where I'm doing left turns, I'm not going to see the ant pile on the left because the grass is kind of like a little bit high, so I won't see it until I've passed through there and cut it. You understand what that means? I guess you got to drive the mower and it'll be self-explanatory, but basically putting it here is the best thing. So what I did was you go to and buy yourself a little holder for bicycles, the ones to just put a water bottle. Now there's a bunch of types. This one is one that, after doing some research, was the best one to fit for this particular size of the handles of these zero turns, and that is actually a really hard grip. And I believe it was 2 of them for somewhere around $12 or something on Amazon. So I put one on each of the mowers, and that works great. So that's the other upgrade. Those 2 upgrades right here are very nice to have in the machine. Suggest you do them, especially that one if you have ants. And this is the best method. Instead of buying this, they have dispensers for these granular poison. But the best thing is to get a bottle of water, get a drill bit, open about 8 or 9 holes on the top, and you have a free dispenser out of an old bottle of water. And if you have a big field and you have a bunch of ants, obviously you have a spare one on this holder back here behind your cup holder. There's another compartment here. Just keep another one there. And that'll be it for this video. See you on the next one.